eyes of the world watching. It's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, well, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch is those Giants shot. Western on Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. This makes it up to the 25. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former third overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. But I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid and you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
Throwing on first, here's Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him! And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
It's pretty obvious why you go pass on that first snap. You're trying for a big strike and to take this home crowd out of it. But, Kate, here's the problem. All it did was energize this building. Listen to it. Listen to these fans as they get louder starting off with a sack.
Offense, no doubt, jolted awake with that very first play, partner. Here's second and long. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And the defense making a play on this opening series. That one is knocked away, and that brings up third down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Punt meets him at the 28. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script, Brock. Test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
On third down, here's Nix. And set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Nix now on 1st and 10. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Once more, it's Nix. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one finds his man, Ingram. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. They get 35 out of that play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Nix with it on 1st. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Young on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hopes that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Play fake. Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. You start with a string of incompletions, Brock. You've told me this before. Getting that first one to connect feels really good.
Yeah, it just kind of settles you down and everybody else around you. Not too different than seeing the ball go through the net or make a nice birdie putt. Yeah, you just want to gain some confidence.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And he'll get it up to the 44. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
And again, it's Darnold. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. They are throwing it again. They set up the screen. It's Shaheed. And he gets this very close to that first. It's going to be 3rd and short at the 35.
And it's 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. He tries to sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Now Darnold off the play action. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around. They know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Ball right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
He keeps it himself. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
2 yards on the play. First down, Seattle.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment than this one later.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Design quarterback run here. It's inside the 10. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
First down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. This time it's a passing play. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 2-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Walker off his own read. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Seahawks cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. He'll step up, and there he goes. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. Tackle made by Jaron Reed.
The positive of that effort, well, you didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
A 49-yard gain. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 on the Seahawks.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. And he takes it ahead for a healthy 7 yards. It's 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
It's a gain of a yard.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. The kick by Lutz is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Young on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So 1st down from the 41. Brown with a quick pass out wide. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Hits him on the out route. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 7 yards on that pickup. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Here's the design run. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did. We've got a Seahawk that is injured out there. They're going to tend to him now. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Walker running to the right. Oh, the football's loose. And this one's recovered by the Broncos.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense and they're going to give you a shot at it, go punch that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
Denver ready for another offensive possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Throwing the out route complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Handoff running left, Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them can throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Throwing now off the play action. Completed to his running back. And this one does not go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Gonna keep this one and go. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're gonna have 4th down coming up.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. He finds it beyond the marker. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a 2nd quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead.
Seahawks 14, Broncos 10.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Denver set to take the field on offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Chased out to his right. And he's tackled for no gain.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play action with Nix. And will be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
For a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Nix off the play action. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 8.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Throwing again. Here's Nix. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Nix to throw again. He's got it at the 5. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Try and punch it in. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Setting up, 2nd and goal. Harvey does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Blitz coming, Nix. And set up the score here. It's Harvey. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. They kick by Lutz is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Makes the score
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Seahawks start heading out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And clinging to this one-point lead, Brock, probably don't want to risk too much here. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. 1st and 10, Darnold. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs.
I'm not sure, Kate. I'm not sure, you're not sure, everyone in the building is not sure how you can lose the biggest eligible receiver on the field, but that's exactly what the defense just did.
And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Second down now, 7 to go. There's the fake. Here's Nix. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He's got it inside the 25. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Nelson's pass complete to Marvin Mims. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks 16-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Once more, it's Nix. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw again. Nix. Near the goal line. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Harvey is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now the offense and Knicks coming to the line and looking to tack on 2 more.
The Broncos will line up for the
Fullback hits it up the middle, and he isn't able to get in here. That lead's going to stay right where it is. Well, Brock, I love the creativity, trying to catch him a little bit off guard there, but I'm sure some people seeing that call going to say, just give it to your back and keep it simple.
Like give it to Marshawn in the Super Bowl simple?
I mean, maybe. I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, maybe. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
for the Broncos.
Shaheed now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Drive begins with a walker run. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Darnold. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. And gain 11 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. That one's cut along the left sideline. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the rack and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. He'll give up the gut to Walker. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Drawing up the design keeper. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Seattle.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB could...
Trying to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Riley Moss with the pick. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
First call here coming from the shotgun. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. It's an excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Nix from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap to Nix. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
1st and 10 at the 46.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Shotgun hands off to Harvey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Nix now to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, as safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
In truth, Kate, I kind of felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, well, they're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Tight end going in motion here. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophical. Stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Making the call himself. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st down, Seahawks.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st. Here's Darnold. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And it's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
This is Walker on 2nd. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd down, they need 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Broncos football as they try to close out what would be a 4th title. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Gain of 6.
They get 6 and a first down as well.
Broncos.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for Marvin
That's a
Mims.
throw at this level. With
Incomplete.
so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. They'll throw 3rd and long. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. Crosses the 35, still got more room. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X-factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
1st and 10, it's Harvey. And a nice little run there, gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
7-yard gain.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
1-yard line.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Give now to the running back. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos push the lead up to 12.
Broncos 26, Seahawks 14.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Darnold now to throw. Hits him on the out route. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10, Darnold. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Intended for Eric Sutton.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up.
Second and 10.
So it's second down coming up. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
He's got Shaheed. He gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
Complete to Rashid Shaheed. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
Third and just 2 to go. Man in motion, headed right. There he is on third and short. Connection made to Shaheed. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Rashid Shaheed. A gain of 5. First down, Seattle.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Seen this plenty. Shaheed has another one. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards.
First down,
And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Offense is set. First and 10. And again, it's Darnold. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
intended for Jake.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Another try from the 25. It's second and 10. Walker now from the gun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Tackled by P.J.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Third down, and they need to get 10. Running back sent in motion. Going is Darnold on third down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on fourth down. Desperation time here. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos are stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return.
Okay, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win, and you feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, yeah, interceptions follow.
The Broncos running their offense out once again. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. They give up the middle to Harvey. He's got room to roam. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Pickup there of 39 yards. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's first and 10. Nick's looking to throw. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Offense to the line, second down. Harvey once more. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 4 yards on the carry. Gets him some yards back, but still 3rd and 9 upcoming.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out about the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense running out now. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's first and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. In the hands of his running back, Walker. And they're going to take him down finally, but not before he puts his own goal line well in that rearview mirror. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. From the gun, Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
To A.J. Barner. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Seahawks need to score quickly. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off to Walker from the gun. Has some daylight through the 40. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Here's Darnold, first and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
They kick the running back in motion. On 2nd and 10 now. Darnold still has some space inside the the 35. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, third down.
9-yard gain on the play.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
Now to throw. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up fourth down.
Okay, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route, being stride for stride, and then having the great anticipation and timing to knock it away.
Trying for it, it's Walker. That'll be the first and more. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What do we could call this other than simply splendid?
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks trim the deficit down to 5.
26. Seahawks 21.
So everything comes down to this onside kick with less than a minute to go. I think the Seahawks got that one back. Yes, they did!
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. On the handoff, here's Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout.
It's a loss of
And they'll have just one left to burn now.
2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to pull this one away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. He'll throw it. He's got Sutton complete. And this one is over. He's got the Broncos the first down, and that should just about button up this victory. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a look for Nix. Champions last time this game was played here, partner, and champions once again. The Denver Broncos are winners of this year's Super Bowl. This is what we all hope every year when we get to this point, Brock. We hope for the drama. We hope that the game lives up to the big stage that it was played on. Close at the end, really just 1 or 2 moments in there that decided who was going to be the team waiting to receive the trophy.
Yeah, you just feel, don't you, Kate, that every single bit of that Lombardi trophy had to be earned here tonight. But not just tonight, not over these 60 minutes, It was every practice throughout the season, every tough battle they fought on Sundays from September to January, battle tested. It was all that work that made them capable of earning the championship tonight.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season.